I am.
Oh, are you still looking for your magnets? Or you got it? Okay, great. So tell us each implant and why you got them and what they do.
Sure. Okay, so the first implant I got, and one that a lot of grinders get, is finger magnets. Basically, it's a small neodymium magnet that gets inserted into your fingertip. The nerves in your fingertip are really rich, and when you put the magnet in, your nerves will regrow around the magnet when it heals. And then now, when you move your hand near like a magnetic field, the magnet inside your finger will twitch in response. And so that almost creates a texture in a way. And so now you can almost like feel magnetic fields, which is like an otherwise invisible world. It's something you just can't perceive every day. But that's kind of where most people start. And then we make a lot of things and kind of build on that, you know. So, for example, if I were to take a coil of wire, I could wrap it around my finger, around the implant. I could hook that up to other sensors, and now I can feel other things. Like, say, if I hooked it up to a heat sensor, I'd be able to feel heat at a distance, or something like that. So, you know, it's like a port. Now we've got a new sense, I guess, in a way. You can feel magnetic fields, hook it up to other things. That's what I started with. I've got other implants. Let's say I've got a NFC implant in my hand. This could be used to like unlock your phone, you know, unlock your car, different things like that.
What do you use it for?
You know, this one I just barely got, so I haven't used it for a lot of things yet, but I know that you can use it for like, you know, if I want to exchange information with somebody and they have like an NFC enabled device, I can pass my contact info just by scanning my hand. You know, like unlock doors and things like that. But we've got a guy here actually who's got his car rigged up to where, you know, he just scans his hand on his car and it unlocks for him. So there's lots of little cool things. So anyway, that's a cool one. I'm probably most famous for my tragus implants, which are basically my implanted headphones. So I've got a coil that I use in conjunction with these implants to transmit audio that only I can hear. But it basically it's made my ears into speakers. Kind of see they're magnetic.
Wow. Hold on. Can I see that again?
Yeah, we'll get close up.
Can I see that?
Yeah. I got really hairy ears. But
It's okay.
anyway, so it'll stick to there.
One more time. One more time. The other side. One more time.
Sure.
Cool.
See, it sticks to my finger too.
Hold on. Let me see with the finger.
And I've got.
So you can listen to music without headphones, basically.
Yeah. And you know.
Can you say that again?
Oh, wait! Look, he's doing it with his fingers down there.
Oh.
You know, you can do lots of cool little partner tricks with this. This has got me so much free beer, it's ridiculous. Just, you know, people think you have magic powers or something, but anyway.
Okay, and now let's go back to the ear. Yeah, and just be clear that you can it's like your headphones inside your head.
Okay, so basically with these headphones, a lot of people thought you know that my primary reason for doing this was so that I could just listen to music all the time, which I can if I wanted. You know, I just send the signal from my phone right through my coil, and that'll make the music for me. But really, it's because I wanted to experience other things through audio, other senses. So I wanted to like say tie like heat sensors into audio, so that I'd hear like a hissing sound, right, when something was hot. You know, I was putting something hot. So I could hear heat signals from across the room. Find, you know, people on the other side of a wall or something like that. Right? I hooked it up to another cool thing I did is I hooked it up to a contact microphone. I was able to hear through walls. Also, I took the same microphone, placed it in my shoe, just went for a walk, and I noticed that when I was standing still, it conducted sound like through the pavement, and I could hear joggers coming like yard. They were way far away, and I could hear them just running on the pavement. And so I look around. Let's see. I heard kind of a scratching noise when I was inside my house one time. I thought it was my cat running around. It turned out to be a small mouse in my wall somewhere. It was kind of interesting. All kinds of different sensors, get hooked up to the audio device, hooked up metal detectors and things like that, and just experience that. And, really, it was an experiment in senses.
And what do you like about extending your sensory reach, or what? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, so this is a major. This has been a major pursuit of mine, is sensory expansion. But basically, right now humans are so limited in the amount of just the electromagnetic spectrum that we can see. If the electromagnetic spectrum was a road that went from Los Angeles to New York, the amount that we see in visible light is like measured in nanometers. It's so insignificant. But somehow we've been able to do things like detect redshifts, in the stars, and come as far as we have with that limited amount. Everything else we had to theorize about, like X-rays, gamma rays, things like that. There's entire other worlds, that we're completely blind to. And in fact, it's just been in the last century or two that we've really realized that we're missing out on a lot of the stuff around us. When you have more senses, you develop instincts, right? I can see something and I know, okay, trying to think of a good example here, but basically, if I see an object falling, I know that there's going to be a thud. And if I was blind, obviously I wouldn't have any idea. I just hear a thud. I might not understand the cause and effect of that or something like that. So basically, we can imagine what humans would be like if we had never developed sight. Right? Obviously, we'd be back. If our species even survived, we'd be like a caveman type species. So it's not. So to me, it's like an obvious thing that if you expand the senses that you have, humanity would probably be much further along than it is now. So, anyway, that's been one of my major pursuits.
And where do you see this going? Let's say 100 years forward. Let's say the general population adopts your guys' sort of ethos and dreams and visions. What does that look like 100 years out?
If there's mass adoption, then I think the world.
Can you say in 100 years, because we won't hear his question.
So, if humanity was to adopt these things in 100 years, humanity would be so much more advanced than we are now. Even though I think technology is moving at an exponential rate, I think that could be even multiplied further. Also, the thing is I think humans in 100 years from now, with expanded senses, they'd look back on us now with our limited senses, and they would say, wow, that was a humanitarian effort that we missed. These people were blind, because we're relatively blind now, and they had the ability to expand their senses, and it just wasn't a pursuit of theirs. But so I think that future humans will look back at us and pity us and say that's a place where we should intervene. Or if they had the chance, if they were to come across an unaugmented person who didn't have these things, they would treat it as a medical situation. They would take this person into their hospitals or whatever, and give them infrared sight or ultraviolet or things like that. So I think our lack of senses is the medical disaster of the future. So.
And